Hi everyone, welcome to JE Max, JE Main Advanced Extreme Series of Season 2. Actually, in Season 2, we are concentrating completely on a particular topic of JE Mains and Advanced. After that, we are concentrating on complex numbers. It is the most important topic for JE Mains and Advanced. So far, we have completed 19 lessons of the complex numbers, and through the 19 lessons, we have given the important theoretical information on entire complex numbers, and based on that we are now solving. Already we have completed the problems from our integrated icon textbook exercise 4.1. Now through this lesson number 20 we are concentrating on exercise 4.2 of integrated textbook. My friends, again I am requesting, please don't forget to check the description, and please share and subscribe and press the bell icon of my channel. You will get the continuous notifications. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, through this lesson, lesson number 20, we are concentrating on exercise 4.2 of integrated textbook, problems 1 and 2. Okay, now what is about problem number 1? This is what to express the following in the polar form or modulus amplitude form. See the questions. First question is 1 plus I root 3. Modulus amplitude and polar form both are same, or mod amp form simply I can say. See here, to find the whenever a complex number is given for you, finding argument of the complex numbers and converting them into the polar modulus amplitude form, which play very good role in complex number. If you are confident of converting this one, then majority of the problems can be easily solved by you. That's why you practice these questions. They are important not only for board examinations, but for competitive examinations also. Now coming to the first question, z is equal to 1 plus I root 3. So mod z, this is equal to root of 1 plus root 3 whole square, that is 3, that is root 4, that is 2. And for before writing the principal argument, first I am finding the theta. Theta is equal to tan inverse of y by mod y by x. This is the concept that already I have explained in our previous videos. So tan inverse of this is what, root 3. This is nothing but pi by 3. But here real z is positive and imaginary z is also positive. Therefore, my principal argument of z is equal to pi by 3 only, because that is theta. Therefore, mod amp form is equal to, I can write this as 2 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. This is the answer for the first question. Since it is here it is plus sign is there, I have written the plus sign here. If it is minus sign, I can write minus, but conveniently I can convert to the angle also. But whenever we are writing the modulus amplitude form, that argument must be the principal argument, and that should be in radian form. Okay. Now coming to the second question, z is equal to minus 1 minus I root 3. Z is equal to minus 1 minus I root 3. See my friends, here z is equal to minus 1 minus I root 3. So mod z is equal to root of minus 1 whole square is 1, and minus root 3 whole square is equal to 3, root 4, that is equal to 2. Again here I am finding theta, which is equal to tan inverse of mod y by x. Of course it is minus minus gets cancelled, and tan inverse root 3 I will get. This is pi by 3 only. As usual, here my real z is negative and imaginary z is also negative. That is both are negative. Therefore my principal argument of z is equal to minus of pi minus theta, that is equal to minus of pi minus pi by 3 is equal to minus 2 pi by 3. Therefore mod amp of z is equal to, that I can write it as 2 into cos minus 2 pi by 3 plus I sin minus 2 pi by 3. You can write like this, or you can also write this as 2 into cos minus theta is equal to cos theta, that is cos 2 pi by 3, sin minus theta is equal to minus I sin theta, so minus I sin 2 pi by 3. So this is about the second structure. Now coming about the third problem, z is equal to minus root 3 plus I. Z is equal to minus root 3 plus I. So here also modulus of z is equal to what? Minus root 3 whole square, that is equal to 3, and 1 whole square is equal to 1, that is root 4, that is equal to 2. So again z is equal to minus root 3 plus I. So mod z is equal to root of 3 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Again theta I am writing tan inverse of mod y by x, that is tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, that is a tan inverse 1 by root 3, that is pi by 6. Okay, but here my real part of z is real z is negative, real z is negative, and imaginary z is equal to positive. Therefore my argument of z is equal to, since it is in a second quadrant, this I can write it as pi minus theta, that is pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. Writing this one is the only crucial part. The rest of all other things are easy for you. So mod amp form of z is equal to that is what 2 cos pi 5 by 6 plus I sin 5 pi by 6. Easily you can write the answer. So this is the way to find mod amp form of the given complex number. Now coming to the next problem. So here, see the beauty. This is very, very important problem. Here I am not following the traditional process. Just apply the common sense. This z is equal to cos 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta is there. Here what I am doing is I can write 1 plus cos theta as 2 cos square theta by 2 and sin theta as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. You take cos theta by 2, 2 cos theta by 2 as common. You will get in bracket the terms as cos theta by 2 minus I sin theta by 2. So it is obvious. It is in the form of modulus amplitude form. This is modulus and this is my amplitude. So what is the argument of 1 plus cos theta minus I sin theta by 2? That is theta by 2. Modulus is 2 cos theta by 2. Okay. Now coming to the fifth problem. What is fifth problem? Z is equal to minus 1 plus I. Z is equal to minus 1 plus I. Okay. If Z is equal to minus 1 plus I, then mod Z is equal to root of 1 plus 1, that is root 2. Theta is equal to tan inverse mod y by x, that is a tan inverse mod 1 by minus 1, that is equal to tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4. Again here, real z is what? Negative. Imaginary z is what? Positive. That is in the second quadrant. Therefore, argument of z is equal to, or principal argument of z is equal to pi minus theta, that is pi minus pi by 4. This is important step only, 3 pi by 4. Therefore, mod amp form or polar form equal to, this is root 2 into cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. That is the answer. That you can get it. And coming to the next one, z is equal to minus 2 plus 2y root 3. Again here mod z is equal to root of 4 plus 12, that is equal to 16, that is 4. And theta is equal to tan inverse of mod y by x, that is a 2 root 3 by minus 2. Of course tan inverse root 3, that is a pi by 3 only. Again a real z is negative and imaginary z is positive. So here my therefore argument of z is equal to pi minus theta, that is a pi minus pi by 3, that is a 2 pi by 3. Therefore mod amp form of z is equal to, this I can write it as 4 into cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. This is the way you can write the answer very quickly. See here, I am simultaneously explaining the concept and also writing some of the important steps for you. But on paper, you neatly present everything. Thereby, you will get complete confidence on each and every question. Now, my friends, coming to the second question. If Z1 is equal to minus 1 and Z2 is equal to I, then find these are the things. So what is given for you? Z1 is equal to minus 1. So argument Z1 is equal to argument minus 1. Since it is purely imaginary and purely real and real part is negative. It is purely real and real part is negative. So argument of Z is nothing but pi. Because every complex number is on left of x-axis. That's why. That's why it's a common sense point. And Z2 is equal to what? I. That's so arg Z2 is equal to arg I. It is purely imaginary and moreover imaginary part is positive. That is, it is in the y-axis only, positive y-axis only. So argument of I is what? Pi by 2. Now coming to the first question. Argument of Z1, Z2. We know that argument of Z1, Z2 is argument Z1 plus argument Z2. So that is what? Pi plus pi by 2. That is 3 pi by 2. Got it? My friends, actually argument of Z1, Z2 is equal to argument Z1 plus argument Z2 is possible only for arguments, not for principal arguments. And similarly, for second question, argument of Z1 by Z2. That is argument Z1 minus argument Z2. That is what? Pi minus pi by 2, which is equal to pi by 2. Here, a small mistake has been given in the answer. Don't worry. And coming to third problem. What is about the third problem? Argument, if argument of Z1 bar is equal to pi by 5, argument of Z1 bar is equal to pi by 5. So, my friends, you have to know that if argument of Z1 bar is equal to pi by 5, then argument of Z1 is equal to minus of argument of Z1 bar. Z1 equal to. That is minus pi by 5. This is the relation you have to practice. And argument of Z2, you know it well. So argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2 is equal to what? Pi by 3 minus pi by 5. That is what? 2 pi by 15. You can get this answer. Similarly, here also, this as a problem itself, an important question, and several times it has been asked in several competitive examinations. Just now I have told argument of Z plus argument of Z bar. Here Z not equal to 0 is given. Z not equal to 0 means what? It is either, there is no comparison. So the real part and the imaginary part both are not equal to 0. That is the important point. Or they are purely positive or purely negative, something like that. So argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2, Z bar, argument of Z plus argument of Z bar is equal to argument of Z minus argument of Z bar, Z. So it is 0 minus 0 is equal to 0, or it may be pi. Because if it is, everything depends upon what? The real and imaginary parts. If they are both are positive, then answer should be argument of Z minus argument of Z bar is 0. If at least one is positive and other is negative, then it is what? Pi. That's why the fourth problem is very, very important for me. As a hint also here I am giving one important information for you. You please practice. Argument of Z bar is equal to minus argument of Z. This is general value, and for particular value, for the general value 2 pi minus argument Z, that I have already told in our previous videos, please check. But fourth bit is very, very important. You have to practice. Clear? So this is what argument of Z bar is equal to minus argument Z. With that, you will get this as 0, or you can get this as 2 pi. Because the original answer is what? Argument of Z plus argument of Z bar is equal to either 0 or what? 2 pi, provided argument Z is equal to not equal to 0. Okay, my friends. So please practice this one. I think if you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon. We will meet with the next lesson of complex numbers in the problems of complex numbers soon. Thank you.